Hello! Welcome to Darth Dragon Does Math, where you get to see a close-up of my hand do math. Today we're writing algebraic expressions. This is something that, it's a thought process that you've been doing for a really long time. It's just we're actually going to write out the expression now with variables. I think you'll see what I mean. Basically, we're not going to solve these problems because we don't have the variable itself, but we are going to take these problems and we're going to write equations, or really expressions, that represent what's going on. So what that usually takes is just close reading of the question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the question out loud, and I'm going to underline things that are important, then go back and then put them together in a mathematical sentence. So Amy used 2/3 of a ribbon that is y inches long to tie her hair. And then write an algebraic expression for the length of the ribbon she used. So again, Amy used 2/3, that sounds like a math word, of, I'm going to circle of. Of is an operation. Of tells us what we're doing to 2/3. A ribbon that is y inches long to tie her hair. So that's all we need to know. Basically, if everything else was destroyed and all you were looking at was 2/3 of y inches. 2/3 of y inches. Well, 2/3 of y inches is, of means to, some of you are saying it out loud right now, multiply. So this is like 2/3 times y, and the answer will be in inches. To make that look more mathematical, I'm just going to write 2/3 y like this, parentheses, inches, and I am donezo. That's all it's looking for. A retailer doubles the value of a coupon worth $T on a purchase of $15. Write an algebraic expression for the final cost of the purchase. So a retailer doubles, that sounds like a mathy word, the value of a coupon worth $T on a purchase of 15. Now this is actually kind of meant to multiply here. Of doesn't mean to multiply here, so that's something that we're going to have to really pay attention to. We're actually just missing one more thing. We doubled the value of a coupon worth $T. So we'll figure out what that is in a second. So let's start out with our variable. We have $T. So now, what happened to the $T? The value of well, T is the value of a coupon. You know, value seems like a math word, so I might come back to that. So a coupon, it got doubled. T got doubled. To double something, we multiply it by 2. Now, that was on a purchase of $15. So somehow we have to connect 2T to 15. Now this is going to take some real-world thought process and understanding what a coupon is. A coupon usually means that we got a discount, that the price that we pay is less than it would have been otherwise. So that's where that matters. Coupon means that this was a negative number added to 15 for a discount. So 15 minus 2T, this is how much it was, this is the doubled coupon, and that's altogether is how much we pay. That's dollars. 7 sticks of clay are shared equally among 28 students. Each stick of clay weighs C grams. Write an algebraic expression for the weight of the clay that each student receives. 7 sticks of clay are shared equally among 28 students. That's going to come into value. Each stick of clay, here's that again, weighs C grams. Alright, so let's start with C. That's how much one brick of clay is. We have 7 of those. So we have 7C. And it is shared, okay, so of meant to multiply here. Here, shared, if I share with a bunch of people, I'm really just dividing up how much I have. So equally among 28 kids. So 7C divided by 28. And I think that's everything we have. 7 sticks of clay are shared equally among 28 students. Each clay weighs C. I think that's it. Now, this is something that is actually a little bit hard to notice, is that this actually simplifies. And on the homework, anytime you can simplify, I'm going to ask you to simplify. So just know you need to look for that. 7 divided by 28. Okay, well, we can simplify that in terms of 7 goes into 7 and 28. So that's like 1c. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 28 divided by 7 is 4. And the weight of the clay. So the weighs C grams. So our units is grams. So C over 4 grams of clay. James paid X dollars plus 3% sales tax for a pen. Write an algebraic expression for the amount of money he paid for the pen. So he paid X dollars plus 3% sales tax. Okay. So this involves understanding what sales tax is. So first off, we have X. So that's how much he paid, plus sign 3% sales tax. So first off, we never write 3%. This is a no-no. We have to put it in decimal form almost exclusively unless it literally asks for percentage in mathematics. So 3% is the same thing as 0.03. Remember, we moved the decimal over twice. Add a decimal 0. So 0.03. So plus 0.03. Now, this is another thing we need to know, because it's not just x plus 0.03. That doesn't make any sense, because it's not like tax is $3 or 3 cents. It's 3%. So it's 3% of the original price. So what we actually need right here, of means multiply, 0.03x, x plus 0.03x. Alright, then we can just add these together. Remember that x alone is like 1, so I'm going to write that as like 1.00x. 1.00 plus 0.03 is 1.03x. And this is dollars. Alright. Student. Master. I'm going to start writing master instead of teacher. I think that's funny. Alright, so John's farm has a rectangular shape. Its width is x yards, its length is 6 yards more than 1/3 of the width. Alright, that is wordy. So here's how we're going to do this. John's farm is a rectangular shape. So, hold on, rectangular, its width is x yards. Length is 6 yards more than 1/3 of the width. Everything is important there. Alright, so we have a rectangle. Jeez, my desk is bumpy there. I promise I usually write straighter than that. Alright, so the width is x. So this is my width, so that's x. And remember, if one side's x, the other side's x, because this is a rectangle. The length is 6 yards more than 1/3 of the width. So remember, the width is x. So I'm going to start there. 6 yards more than. Usually if we see the word than, that stuff's coming after the stuff in front of it. So 1/3 of the width. Of means to multiply. The width was x, so 1/3 of the width. Now it was 6 yards more than. So more means plus. 6 yards more is 6. So let's just see if it makes sense. The length is 6 yards more than 1/3 of the width, which is x. Alright, so we have 2 of those. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do, and it says write the algebraic expression for the perimeter. Now that's all the sides added together. So I have 2 x's, that's simple. But I have 2 of 1/3 x plus 6. So what I do here is I'm just going to distribute the 2 and then combine everything together. So I still have 2x. 2 times 1/3 is 2/3. 2/3 x plus 2 times 6, which is 12. Combine these x's together. 2x plus 2/3 x. So that's going to be 2 and 2/3 x. So you could write it as this if you really wanted to. I actually prefer the improper fraction version, but you probably already knew that. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, so 8/3 x plus 12. This is yards. So the perimeter is 8/3 x plus 12 yards. Student problem, master problem. So we got some grapes, papayas, and strawberries in the supermarket. Beautiful pictures of them. So we need to figure out how much each one of them cost. How much Daniel bought 4.5 pounds of strawberries. So 4.5 strawberries were X dollars a piece, so 4.5X. Papayas were Y, so 2.6 pounds of papayas. So 2.65Y, and then 6 pounds of strawberries. So plus 6 pounds of strawberries. And we need to basically, how much was the total cost? We got to add it all together. So first off, I'm going to simplify this right here. I'm going to do that by saying 4.5x plus 2.65y plus 6 times 3 is 18/5 x. Now, I've got decimals here and I got a fraction here, so I'll probably want to change it to a fraction, everything to a decimal now. So 18 divided by 5. Now I know the answer to this. You can use a calculator. You can use the thought process that we've done in the past where 5 goes into 18 3 times. So, hold on. 4.5x plus 2.65y plus 5 goes in 18 3 times. What's left over is 3. 3/5 is the same thing as 0.6x, but again, just do 18 divided by 5. It's 3.6. Now we need to simplify. I have x here and x there, so I'm actually going to add those together before I can finish. So 3.6 plus 4.5 is 8.1x plus 2.65y, and that's it. And it's dollars, right? Because everything is in dollars up here. Okay, that one's done. Student problem and a master problem. So Nancy had in baseball cards that she wanted to give away. So she gave 12 away to her brother and divided the rest of them equally among friends. How many, among 4 friends, how many baseball cards did each receive? So she gave 12 to her brother and divided the rest among 4 friends. So she had in, so let's start with in. First thing that happens is she gives 12 away. So when you give something away, you're subtracting it. And then she divided it amongst 4 friends. So divided by 4. And honestly, I'm kind of fine if you leave it like that. There's some people who write this as like this. Look, it's the same thing. And to simplify that, we distribute the 1/4. So this becomes n over 4 minus 12 divided by 4 is 3. So this version or this version are probably the best. And its baseball cards would be the units. But I'll just write cards for now. Anyways, I hope this stuff makes sense. Student question right here. Have a good day. I will see you in the morning.